Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of After Effects tutorials by DIY filmers creating your action movie. Today's tutorial will be putting a muzzle flash into your action movie. Most muzzle flashes on YouTube in people's action movies look kind of like this. These are absolutely ridiculous for three reasons. One, the muzzle flash is way too small. Two, there's no environmental interaction. And the recoil on the actor is absolutely ridiculous. A muzzle flash should look kind of like this. So let's get started. Hey guys, welcome to the first After Effects tutorial by DIY filmers creating your action movie. So to start this, you're going to need After Effects or the compositing program of your choice. You're also going to need a muzzle flash. You can get these from the Video Copilot Action Essentials pack, but if you can't afford that, just go on to either detonationfilms.com, or for the muzzle flash, you can just Google muzzle flash and make sure it's on a background and just get a picture of one. You're also going to need whatever your footage is of your actor shooting a gun, and you're also going to need some kind of smoke, or I'm using a powder hit from the Action Essentials package. That can also be found at detonationfilms.com. Link will be in the description. Okay, so you're going to make a new composition, whatever the size of your video is, and import your footage. And so I have my footage here, and we are at frame 24 right before my actor shoots a gun, and 25 when he actually pulls the trigger. Okay, so the first thing you're going to need to do is drag your muzzle flash in. If you are using a picture from Google, you are going to want to set your blend mode to screen, which is right here, to get rid of the black background. Okay, so there's our muzzle flash. We're going to click R for rotation, and you're going to want the fat end of the muzzle flash facing your actor, and then just move it over here. This is a little too small, so I'm going to scale it up. Click S to do that, and we're going to scale it up. Maybe it's a little less than that, and a little bit less. Oh, zoomed in a little bit. Okay, so we have our muzzle flash in, and I'm at the 25th frame right here, and I want it just to last till the 26th frame. So I'm going to go grab the end of my clip and then drag that down to a duration of 1 frame. So if we just scrub through this, we have just our muzzle flash. Okay, so that's the muzzle flash portion. Now this looks fake still, and we don't have any interaction with the environment around us. So to do that, we are going to want to light the room up when we shoot the gun, because the muzzle flash would cast light. So we're going to take our bottom layer, which is our original video, and click Command D if you're on a Mac, or Control D if you're on a PC, and we are going to rename this screen or add layer. Okay, you're going to want that over top of your original layer, and you're going to set your blend mode to add. That will make everything bright. Okay, now this is just a little overboard. That little muzzle flash would not cast this much light throughout the whole room. So you're going to go up here to your pen tool, and you're going to mask out the parts that would be affected. So a little bit of my gun, a little bit of the light, my arm, and then also my face would be affected. These don't have to be perfect, just brief, because we're going to feather them out. Also, my torso would be affected by the light. I think a little bit of the top of my forearm right here. A little bit of my chest. And then we're going to go up here, and we're going to grab our ellipse tool, and this whole wall behind us would be affected. And shoot. Okay, and then I'm just gonna, yeah, so that whole wall will be affected. And then those parts of my body. Also, I think maybe down here at my knee a bit, and a small portion of the chair. Okay, so you have all these masks. I had 8. Depending on your clip, you're gonna have more or less, and you're going to shift, select all of them, and bring up the feather, and then you are going to want to deselect them because you want to feather each one separately. Your mask feather 1, that was my hand, so we're not going to feather that a lot because it's going to be pretty harsh there, but we're still going to feather it around 100 pixels. Our second feather was my face, I believe, yeah. So we're going to feather that a little bit more out because it's going to be a little bit more blown out because it's farther from the muzzle flash. Our third mask, that's my torso. We're going to feather that out quite a bit. Just play around with it until it looks right. Our fourth mask, that was my forearm. So we're gonna, that's just going to be a little bit clipped. So we're going to feather that out quite a bit for its size. My fifth mask, that was my chest. We're going to feather that same amount as my face. Sorry. And then we also have the wall, and that's going to be completely blown out. You just want it to light up, and it's not going to be harsh at all. My seventh mask on my knee, that's going to be feathered out quite a bit. We just want a little bit. And the chair, and that's going to be, it's going to be kind of harsh, but still feathered. Okay, so that's the environment. It's just not going to be like that the whole time. It's just going to be shoot the gun. So what we're going to do for that is we're going to click T on that layer to bring up our opacity. And I like to, before I shoot the gun, I like to set a keyframe there. And when we're at that one keyframe, that's going to be brought down to 0 opacity. And then when you actually shoot the gun, we're going to take that up to 100%. And then I like to fade it about 2 frames after it reaches 100%. Okay, so we can scrub through this right now, and it looks pretty good. Okay. Yeah, we have some nice environmental interaction, and our muzzle flash is the right size. Okay. Okay, so here's our muzzle flash right here. Now, you're also going to want to add some powder or smoke into the clip. So I use Powder Hits 3 from the Action Essentials pack. I'm going to drag that onto there. Bring that to where I shoot the gun. And I'm going to cut it right there. You just got to play around with whatever stock footage you have to see what looks good. And I'm going to bring that up to where my gun is. See how that looks. That looks fine, but it looks a little cheesy, it looks a little out of place. So I'm going to bring my opacity up, and I like to bring it down to about 60 to 65%. We can feather through that, or render through that, and see how that looks. And it looks good. You're always going to need a little bit more tweaking when it comes to tinting, your environmental interaction, as well as your muzzle flash. And you might want to tint that smoke a bit or bring down the opacity a bit. But I did this one real quick. So that is our first episode, guys, to creating our action movie. Next episode, I do not know what it's going to be. Leave a comment in the comments regarding a next effect that you want to do that regards action movies and stuff like that. So please subscribe, and don't forget to take a look at the DIY projects playlist for some cool shit. So please subscribe, and thanks.